Greenwillow Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers, and Harper Audio present Sabrena Swept Away by Karuna Riazi, performed by Marlo Underwood. You deserve moments of peace, surrounded by family and friends and loved ones, and the reassurance that you have a home to return to after a long journey on unfamiliar waters. May your stories, even if they may be long and winding, lead there. May your stories end happily. Prologue. This happened, or maybe it did not. That is how stories begin. Because whether you believe them or not depends on you. Perhaps your mother is hollering at you to get your nose out of that book, or you had a terrible day at school full of pop quizzes and endless homework assignments, and you do not wish to be summoned into an adventure. It is your choice, but open your heart to the tale ahead of you, and wonders may unfold. Sabrena always does. Of course, her grandmother knows the right words, the words that will encourage her dreams to grow and flourish. She massages stories into Sabrena's scalp along with the sudsy water and warm oil of a wash day. Her words soothe the soreness of tugged-on roots and lift Sabrena's flagging soul after a day of missteps and mistakes. Fulfilling all my dreams, her grandmother would whisper. You were born by the sea. Ocean Parkway, to be more specific. Coney Island Hospital, to be extremely exact. Every child in your family has been born with the grit of sand between their toes, lulled to sleep by the hush of waves. As your father says, that is the blessing of being a Sinbad. Grandma would continue. Sinbad, the legendary sailor in the 1001 Nights who traversed the 7 seas on 7 voyages, each more harrowing and epic than the last. Though most children have heard of Aladdin, the street rat whose discovery of a lamp led to adventures and riches beyond his wildest dreams. Or Ali Baba, the unassuming woodcutter who faced off against a band of 40 murderous thieves. Sinbad mattered the most to Sabrena's family, for his story was theirs. Just like his, your story begins with water, Sabrena, Grandma murmured. Not from the sea, from a broken pipe. But water is water. Grandma would shrug, the droplets on her own fingers falling on Sabrena's face like dew into a waiting flower. Indeed, water is water, and it coursed through Sabrena's qadr, her destiny, as nurses tossed towels onto soaked hospital tiles and custodians armed with mops battled the broken pipe's flow. Sabrena's little hand unfurled. The water reached out. It eddied about her tiny fingers, encrusting them with rings of salt. She opened her eyes to her new world and gave a small, impossible smile. A smile that knew all that would be waiting for her in the future. This happened. Or maybe it did not. Chapter 1. Maybe, one day, this would be a story Sabrena told and laughed about. Maybe it would be funny, in hindsight. But right now, she only had 30 minutes to check on Grandma and make it back to school for her next period. She clambered through her grandmother's guest bedroom window. Well, Sabrena's bedroom window, but she was still getting used to that. Claiming the musty, dusty, faded bedspread of it all as hers remained a step too far. Mom's frantic phone call had dragged her out of PE to the main office. It wasn't like she was missing anything, and an upcoming basketball match with the next closest Islamic school meant today was a mock game. And when everyone else had a position since 3 years before she arrived at El Muhaimin Academy, Coach was at
Sample complete. Ready to continue?